LPT. When contractors are working at your house, fill a cooler with drinks and ice. Go spend $30 on drinks and ice. Your contractors will be more inclined to give you quality work and go the extra mile to make sure you're happy. Every time I've done this, it has worked out well for me. For obvious reasons. Don't buy beer. Got my house painted in the middle of July. Left a cooler out for the guys with waters and sodas and Gatorades. They plowed through it. Done this multiple times. My mom also gives her mail lady a cold drink if she's around and it's a hot day. Same with winter with tamales and atole. As a contractor, I love this. I also bring my own cooler with ice and drinks, but sometimes I forget to stock it up, and you would save a life on hot days. Don't forget your postal worker and delivery drivers. We bought snacks for our movers and they waived $80 in extra fees. We probably spent $10 on coffee and snacks. It goes a long way. What contractor isn't bringing a huge cooler if they are working outside on your house all day? America is not the world. Not everywhere is hot. In many countries, including the UK, it is a solemn religious obligation to provide contractors with hot, strong and often sweet tea. Contractors really like Red Bull. You can make a whole cruise day by doing something so simple. A lot of people treat construction workers as nothing more than donkeys, so it's really nice to feel appreciated. If they're working outside, it's also nice to have some shaded area with seats for breaks and lunch. A canopy tent and lawn chairs, for example. You can also do this for you mail delivery people. Just leave a cooler on the front step on the hottest days. Yes, powdered drinks are a great way to add Gatorade or Powerade, electrolytes, and they'll love you and may work harder or more intently. Regardless, people gotta drink. Treat your contractors good, and instead of them hitting you with a bunch of little charges for random shit that pops up, many times they will just fix it or replace it and move on. It takes very little effort to make someone's day better and or easier. It is the little things that can make a big difference. I've done this a few times. The quality of work was not guaranteed to be good. 2 times I had to have them redo what they did because it was so bad. I think OP is a contractor trying to make free cold drinks to become commonplace. Where do you think we all live? I've heard so many differing opinions about this, I don't know what to believe. Give them water. Don't give them anything. Give them lunch. I don't know. Had some people come plant trees and cut branches and all. Gave them some vodka clamato with pickled beans after. They were quite pleased. Here's a better LPT. Make sure you know your contractor. I work at a building product supplier, and it is astonishing the amount of contractors that order way too much material for a job, just to return the material when the job is done and keep the money for the materials the customer paid for. For our roofers and painters, we gave them Jersey Mike's gift cards. They really approached that. Or, let them bring their own since they are getting paid to work. When I did that with my painters, they gave me the gift of water ring stains on my new furniture. I disagree with the beer. You break it out at the end of the day and limit them to 1 each. It also helps to have donuts in the morning. Then leave them alone, and beer is fine, just no more than a 6-pack. Details like this go a long way. I worked as a mover foreman. Whenever the client provided us with lunch, water, and Gatorade, I would make everyone on the team work harder, and I would overcompensate for the slackers. But when the client wouldn't even let us use the restroom, I would let them go to the nearest store. We would take longer breaks, a longer lunch, and bill all that time because we're paid by the hour anyways. Those clients were usually not nice people all around and had many demands out of the ordinary. As a construction can verify, we will work harder and do better work. My dad had his own roofing business back in the 70s. People were different back then. It was quite commonplace for the lady of the house to make baked goods and bring them out for the workers, or even homemade food for lunch. He thought it was the kindest thing, and it's a shame that you just don't see that anymore. Another pro tip is offer a bathroom. Unless you like piss in your bushes. Which I have pissed on a lot of things. This works. Grunt here. I worked for a contractor for 7 years. Just don't hang out to talk. Extra pro tip: save some cold beer in the fridge and give it to them when they're done. Just to be a good dude gal. Jesus fucking Christ. Flaming a guy girl because they throw out a cooler of free drinks and water to a person or crew. That is working outside. Just sit in the AC and let the adults show you how to adult. Most commenters here has never worked a 9-5 outdoors in the summer a day on their life. I would add to make sure they know they are welcome to use your toilet. Contractor. People like you keep our many others' spirits up. Thank you. Just being polite goes a long way, but a move like this. Top notch. And or offer the coffee. Also, if you're home, ask them what they want for lunch. Or order some pizzas. Pizza parties make everyone happy. Had my front sidewalk and porch done. Old porch was wooden. Anyhow. One of requirements from the guys who did it was a cooler full of 2 types of Gatorade every day. They were there. I made it happen. Another pro tip: even if you normally don't run your AC because it's either costly or you're used to the heat, turn it on for the day while the workers are there. Nobody is going to do quality work or appreciate the worksite when it's hotter indoors than outside. And realistically, your AC being on for 10 hours for a day or two isn't going to cost much. In the service industry, there are people you want to help, and people you have to try to be the first type of people. We do this: water, drinks, snacks. Sometimes I plug in a K-cup outside, but that's hit or miss. Some people like a hot fresh coffee sometimes, and others find it's too long to have to deal with. This is absolutely true. Happy and hydrated workers are more efficient. As an additional tip, if you really want quality work done or potential future cash work, buy the crew a carton of beers as an incentive. After rumors of the worker was recently murdered by accepting a drink that probably isn't and definitely shouldn't be used. Edit: quick look. Apparently the rumors aren't exactly true, but they are still out there. I remember a situation when contractors came to the home we were about to leave to clean it for the next occupants. Reason being, they were assigned by the embassy because our time was up and the next group needed to come to a clean home. Anyway, after they cleaned, I thanked them and expressed that I am aware of how hard cleaning a house is. Because my chores include cleaning the house, but not to the extent the contractors did. Mom also told them I knew what talking about, and she gave them leftover cake and sausage as thanks. Also bring orange juice and water in addition to sodas. Not everyone drinks soda. True. Anytime a customer puts together a spread of food, after work beers, or even supplying us with water in the summer or coffee in winter, we go the extra mile. Maybe this is more unethical life pro tips, but I always bring a beverage for my weed dealer when I go pick up. It's just a few extra bucks and it promotes goodwill. I did this once and they didn't touch any of it. On the plus side, I was set with bottled water and Gatorade for the rest of the summer. If you show you give a shit about your contractor, they'll give a bit more of a shit when they're doing the work. Thumbs up. Buy one lunch and they will worship you.